Hare Krishna. Hey, friend. What's going on? How's it going out there? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're sleeping. Seems like everybody lately is saying they're having a hard time sleeping. Try some lavender oils. You need some oils? I got oils. Let me know. I'll send you some oils. I got a whole bunch of samples. I'm an oil dealer now, thanks to Sue Davy. doTERRA. The Super Soul. Look at this beautiful card. Somebody asked, what is this deck? This is the Bhagavad Gita Oracle deck. And I'm also reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is. This is chapter 15:15. I think we had this before. If you guys are into numbers, 15:15 might be a thing for you. Krishna says, I reside in the heart. I reside in every heart. From me alone come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. I am to be known by all the Vedas. I am the author of the Vedanta, and I alone know the Vedas. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, this is kind of a long purport, so I won't read the whole thing. This is by Srila Prabhupada. Kijai. The Supreme Lord is situated as Paramatma in everyone's heart, and it is from him that all activities are initiated. The living entity forgets everything of his past life, but he has to act according to the direction of the Supreme Lord, who is a witness to all his work. Therefore, he begins his work according to his past deeds. Required knowledge is supplied to him, and remembrance is given to him, and he forgets also about his past life. Thus, the Lord is not only all-pervading, he is also localized in every individual heart. He awards the different fruit of results. He is not only worshipable as the impersonal Brahman, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the localized Paramatma, but as the form of the incarnation of the Vedas as well. The Vedas give the right direction to the people so that they can properly mold their lives and come back to Godhead, back to home. The Vedas offer knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, and Krishna in his incarnation as Vyasadeva is the compiler of the Vedanta Sutra. The commentation on the Vedanta Sutra by Vyasadeva in the Srimad Bhagavatam gives the real understanding of Vedanta Sutra. The Supreme Lord is so full that for the deliverance of the conditioned soul, he is the supplier and digester of foodstuff, the witness of his activity, the giver of knowledge in the form of Vedas, and as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, the teacher of the Bhagavad Gita. He is worshipable by the conditioned soul. Thus, God is all good. God is all merciful. Ooh, there's more to that. But, yeah, let's see what else about Krishna's transcendental qualities. This is from Nectar of Devotion. Also by Srila Prabhupada. Translated. From Rupa Goswami, this is number 16 of Krishna's qualities. He's expert. A person who can quickly execute a very difficult task is called expert. About the expertise of Krishna, there is a statement in the 10th canto, 59th chapter, verse 17 of Srimad Bhagavatam, wherein Shukadeva Goswami tells Maharaj Parikshit, O best among the Kurus, Sri Krishna cut to pieces all the different weapons used by different fighters. Formerly, fighting was done by releasing different kinds of arrows. One party would release a certain arrow, and the other party had to defeat it by counteracting it with another arrow. For example, one party might release an arrow which would cause water to pour from the sky, and to counteract this, the opposing party would have to release an arrow which could immediately turn the water into clouds. So from this statement, it appears that Krishna was very expert in counteracting the enemy's arrows. Similarly, in the rasa dance, each and every gopi requested that Krishna individually become her partner. And Krishna immediately expanded himself into so many Krishnas in order to be coupled with each and every gopi. The result was that each gopi found Krishna by her side. I thought there was a picture of that in here somewhere, but maybe not. Hare Krishna. Should we go right into the tarot? No. First we'll do an oracle from the Starseed deck. And then we'll get into some tarot. Let's see, a message for the collective today. Oh, surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Whoa, I like the sound of that. Surrender to the sweetness. I need to find a better way to look these up. It takes forever. Surrender. You would think it would be in order, right? Oh, maybe there's one spot. We got time, right? It's all relative. Everything's happening in this moment. This is a sensual, highly feminine card. It's a call to surrender to the sweetness of life, to let the ever-abundant feminine take over, to taste the fruits you've been working so hard to grow, to let your senses take over and really drink in your life with wonder, to get intoxicated on the simple bounty that this planet has to offer and which you have within you when your well is full. The ancient Babylonians connected the feminine goddess Ishtar to the planet Venus, and in Roman mythology, Venus was the goddess of love and beauty. In our night sky, aside from the moon, Venus shines the brightest. Time is our most precious resource, and it's the greatest healer. If you've been all work and no play, this is a sign to take some time out, to reconnect with your lover, play with your children, and give yourself the luxury of time without an agenda. Many of us are so busy building our lives that we forget to enjoy them. We forget why we decided to build them in the first place. Disconnection from the sweetness causes more pain than we realize. So many of us walk into soulless buildings 5 days a week in the name of survival. We strive to build a life of our dreams, but drive ourselves to exhaustion. This card is wooing you back to the pleasures of being human, to focusing on what really matters and enjoying your incredible life. Isn't it true? We're conditioned from early on to work our whole life and surrender to that idea. Oh my gosh. When you put Krishna in the center, when you put God in the center, and all of your work is service, it makes it transcendental. Gotta work. We're gonna do some service, right? Do some spiritual work. Hare Krishna. Okay. Ooh. 8 of Swords. Look at some current energy. Ooh. Let's stop right there. I'm keeping these pretty simple. If you haven't noticed. As far as the tarot goes. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing we have out here is the 8 of Swords. This can be feeling trapped. It can sometimes be like a mental prison. Or feeling stifled, controlled in some way. Ace of Wands is a new beginning, new idea, new understanding, new epiphany. Ooh, the Hierophant and Justice. So all this together feels like a new beginning in some kind of karmic thing in your life. Maybe work, I want to say. Even though nothing here looks like work, that's what it feels like. Like you have to do something. You're being told to. Intuitively guided to do something, the right thing. And in a way, it feels kind of binding. Like, I don't want to go to work. Maybe it's about this grind. It feels a little out of one's control, but actually this card, the person does have the ability to cut themselves free. So that's why it's sometimes called a mental prison or self-imposed restrictions that might be going on here. And it does feel like, you know, similar to the card we pulled about just having to commit to the grind to keep your life going. There's certain things that have to be maintained. And it might feel like a trap sometimes, but it's the right thing to do to keep maintaining, especially if people are depending on you. Then we have the Seven of Cups here. This feels like confusion and overwhelm. Around what? Let's see. What is this confusion and overwhelm? Ooh. Also around stability, long-term stability, planning for the future, pleasing this Empress maybe. Maybe you want to become this Empress. Maybe you are this Empress. And it's like, how do I alchemize everything I have and everything I own to embody this energy so that things maintain in a stable way over the long term? It's almost like you could do anything. You could do so many things. You have too many options in a way. You have too many skills, too many ideas. And so it can feel overwhelming. And because ultimately what it looks like you're seeking is long-term stability and balance. So we'll get advice in a moment. I already feel some things coming through for that. But the next thing is the Three of Pentacles here. This is about working together in a group or collaboration. Sometimes spiritual work. Eight of Wands just came out here in reverse, which can feel like something's not moving forward. Something's not making progress. The Emperor came out here. He looks kind of pissed. He might be like, where's the progress on this thing? How come I'm not seeing any action? Yeah, this King of Swords, he may be expressing that like harshly. It's kind of a strict, harsh energy feeling coming from that. I wouldn't want to piss that guy off. I don't know what it is. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's somebody in your sphere, some like authority. And then you have the Seven of Swords over here. Sometimes Seven of Swords is self-sabotage. It's, you know, it's a lot of things. It's doing things without saying what you're doing. It's hiding things. It's not telling the whole truth. But sometimes, right, we hide things from ourselves, and that's how we can sabotage ourselves. But let's see. Let's clarify what is the Seven of Swords about. This Three of Pentacles again. Oh no. This kind of collaboration or this project that is not coming about as someone hoped or wanted. Ooh. The Queen of Swords here too. This is again another like cutting kind of strict energy. It's like you don't want somebody to know how this project is going or not going, because it will cause more conflict, more problem, more tension. But it's like by not saying that, you could actually cause more of a problem, because you need the collaboration. You need people on the same page in order to get this project moving forward. Well, the King of Cups is here on the bottom. And he looks pretty calm. He looks pretty chill about the whole thing. He's just like feeling his way through it. And then the Six of Wands here, also on the bottom. He's very confident too. He's winning. He's over there winning. Okay, let's see some advice based on this. Judgment is the first thing out. And that was the Nine of Cups and the Four of Swords. So Judgment is coming out first. Judgment is karmic, so things are out of your control. Could be good or bad. Like if your chickens are coming home to roost, you know that term. It may not be exactly what you wanted. Four of Cups is kind of feeling like, no thanks. And so Strength is out here too. When your chickens come home to roost, that might be difficult. You might not like it. I don't know. Is that a warning for somebody? Such advice. You might not like everything you have coming. The Nine of Cups, though, is happiness. It's wish fulfillment. And, the Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant and the Nine of Cups. We had a similar message like this before. When you're out here winning and, like, collecting your coin and, you know, being all tapped into spirit, you want to kind of protect your energy. Don't let everybody know what you're doing and what you're up to. And don't let everybody know how rich you are. The Four of Swords is also a quiet energy. It's about healing. And I want to say be quiet. The Page of Cups and the Nine of Swords came out here too. The Page of Cups is a childlike energy. Sometimes it's a message. It can be like a small little offering or a small message. But in this instance, I'm getting that for your healing, if you can, tap into your child mind, the childlike energy, that innocence, hopefulness, to counteract and counterbalance this fear and anxiety. Because when we're healing, sometimes what comes up is the junk that needs to be cleared out. So sometimes you're in this Nine of Swords energy. Fear, anxiety, worry, ruminating. And so to counteract that, tap into your child mind, childlike energy. It opens your heart. And you can do that by doing child activities. Go ride a bike, paint a picture, finger paint. I don't know, color, some kid activities, get messy, splash in a puddle, I don't know, run outside. Here's some nature spirit oracles. Speaking of run outside. And then we'll wrap this up, okay? Let's get one of these. We'll wrap this up. Grandmother Earth. Grandmother. Stop and take measure of your life. Assess who you are and where you are. Get grounded. Make plans for the future, but don't act on those plans until you are ready and feel secure in stepping forward. There's a profound source of strength and power within you, and it is expanding now. Put your roots down. This is the time of preparation and going deeper. Grandmother Earth provides the trees, plants, flowers, rivers, streams, oceans, mountains, and valleys, and supports us all with her bounty. She's stable and strong in her devotion to us. You are supported and loved, even if you're not always sure of it. Strength is growing within you. Don't rush. Slow down. The seeds that you plant now will bring abundance in the future, but only if you take the time to nurture those new beginnings. Take time to plan your future carefully. Don't rush into anything. Security and protection surround you. You are safe. If you're thinking of making secure financial investments and receive this card, it's telling you that this is a good time to do so. It's not a time to take risks. Hari Bol. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. I hope you stay well, stay safe, be peaceful, love one another. Tune back in real soon. Catch you back here. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.